Far in Atlantic Ocean, where the wind craves the land and silence holds ancient memories, there is an island. Most come here for beaches, the volcanoes and the stories of Columbus. But hidden in its heart is something sacred, a Camino, quietly walked for over 500 years. Most people have never heard of it. That's why we laced up our shoes, picked up our cameras and came here, not to escape, but to return. To something older, quieter, and still alive. We are 4 friends walking this forgotten pilgrimage together, not just to document it, but to experience it. It's called the Camino de Santiago of Gran Canaria, but for us, the story doesn't begin in Cathedral. It begins here in the dunes, surrounded by the ocean wind and light. Legends say Galician sailors lost in the storm prayed to the statue of St. James on their boat. They made a vow. If they survived, they would build him a church. And then they saw the light in the horizon. They followed its direction to the land. That light gave them hope, a path, a future. They carried the statue inland towards the mountains to a place now known as San Bartolomé de la Tirajana, or El Tunte. Today the official Camino runs from Maspalomas to Galdar, and this is where we start. Not to follow the tradition, but to follow the meaning. We start by the sea like the sailors did, with the same question. What light do we follow when we're searching for hope? Maybe that's what this Camino is for, to walk with that question and see where it leads. This is more than a hike, it's the story about what's being carried across centuries and maybe what we're still carrying now. This is the Camino de Gran Canaria, and this is how our version of it begins. Following the light of the sun, we left the old world. Right? When we decided to investigate the only official Camino de Santiago outside the mainland Europe, we reached out to people who know it best. Juana and Juanma, wife and a husband, the guardians of the path. And the kind of people who don't just open doors, they open their arms. They welcomed us like family, sharing not only knowledge but heart. It was Juana's father who first planted the seed of the Camino in her head, and now they carry the tradition one pilgrim at a time. They give us the credentials and a few quiet tips that the only locals would know, where we'll stay, and to meet the other 2 pilgrims who would join us on this walk. Like minds always find each other, and as Camino magic tends to work, we found them casually resting on a sidewalk. This is Sean and Lainey from the days we spent. You will hear more about them soon. Our accommodation wasn't exactly a typical Camino style, but we didn't mind a bit of a comfort before our days of sweat, silence and struggle.
Baño enfrente, otras llaves por esta calle, esta grande habitación, esta llave puerta cristal de terraza y esta llave casa.
Vale, muchas gracias.
And then it began, officially. We passed the credential and walked into the ways and dunes that still whisper how exotic, wild and unique this island really is. This place isn't just the setting, it's a signal. A reminder that every journey begins with a direction, even when you don't yet know where it leads. The lighthouse stands not for answer, but for the courage to move forward, to follow the light, to trust the unknown, and to try, even it's unfamiliar, imperfect, or new. So it's 7:24, together with days we slept. Come on, guys, should we move? Should
Well, it's your fault, not their fault, eh? So much water.
Come on, let's go. Let's be honest, no journey really starts without coffee. And if you know we're about to climb the steep hill, that morning cup will be a first of many.
Oh, it's already bright.
Wow, so fresh.
I will say good morning.
To say it again.
Good afternoon. It's still 7:30 and we head into the first stop, which is the first seal. The first... No, that way and that way.
We don't know how to go that way.
Nobody knows where we're going.
That's a good start.
So we're heading to the first stop, which is Pepe Chiringo. And for the first
For the
seal-
first second coffee. Ah, okay, for the seal, okay.
she's
For the
only
stamp.
about the coffee. For the first stop and for the first coffee. And then
And it's
after...
the last bar we encounter on the way, right?
Yeah. So, wish us luck. In the end, it all comes down to motivation. What is that moves me forwards? What calls me into the journey where difficulty and discomfort are not obstacles but a part of the experience? Once that's clear, even the hard moments don't feel like challenge, just another step towards something meaningful. Even as we walked out of the Las Palomas, the most touristic corner of the Gran Canaria, everything felt still. We couldn't start it better than obviously getting lost.
The sign. Yeah, no, you guys walk that way because I told you to keep going. That was my fault. I'm sorry.
I was like, I'm 99% sure it's here.
No, I didn't realize there wasn't a crosswalk like here.
You said cross the bridge, so I crossed the bridge.
One last coffee, one last stamp, the city behind us, the ravine ahead. Oh, what is that? What is that?
Breakfast.
Look at this melting cheese.
Can I show that?
Just flat.
No. That was good, Yeah, have a look.
Aquí. Aquí.
Super.
No hubiera pensado que yo me iba a enamorar, jamás no quería saber nada más, nunca más. Pero vos apareciste de
So we just left the city, the Maspalomas, and we're heading to the mountains just over there. The coffee is working excellently. And yeah, there is no much signs, no much arrows, but the path is quite pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah,
And the guys are moving fast, so let's go.
let's go.
y admirarte, ay amor.
You're going the good way.
No te preocupes, lo que siento yo por vos es cada vez más fuerte. Yo pensaba que esto del amor ya se me había pasado y que no era para mí nunca más. Pero el amor llega así, de esa manera, cuando uno menos se lo espera. Se abrió la puerta y sin pensar dejas entrar el amor. No te preocupes, que yo siempre de quererte, de amarte y admirarte, ay siento yo por vos es cada vez más fuerte. Ahora todo tiene sentido. Esto es lo mejor que he vivido. Por si no lo has comprendido, me quedo contigo.
And those journeys aren't just about walking, they're about coming home, to yourself, to the path, to something deeper. And if you feel like this is your time, we would love to walk it with you. Sign up for the waiting list, we will keep you close until the trail begins. This isn't just to walk, it's a return. Check the link in the description below.
Ay, amor, no te preocupes, que yo siempre de quererte, de amarte y admirarte. Ay, amor, no te preocupes, lo que siento yo por vos es cada vez más fuerte.
Essentially, they're really plants. Yeah, it's a cohabitation law.
Before climbing the first mountain, we passed through something unexpected, a necropolis. Ancient burial site, 800 tombs carved into the rock by the island's original inhabitants. Long before Columbus, long before cathedrals. The pilgrimage here may carry a Christian name, but its roots stretch deeper, into the earth, into the bones, into the quiet history of the Aboriginal people of Gran Canaria. Later in the journey we will reach Galdar, once the capital of this Aboriginal kingdom, and there, when the circle would quietly close.
Could you please tell me what your name is and where you come from?
Ok, yo me llamo Laia
Yo soy José
y venimos de Tarragona, Barcelona, Cataluña.
Vale. Is it the first time you come here?
sí, primera vez
Es
en
la
Gran
primera
Canaria.
vez en la isla.
How did you get to know about this camino?
Esto, bueno, buscando en internet, estábamos buscando alguna travesía de varios días para hacer por Gran Canaria y nos apareció este Camino de Santiago que no conocíamos. Conocíamos el típico de la península, pero este nos sorprendió, nos llamó la atención y empezamos a planificar.
How many days are you taking to do this camino?
3 días. Queremos hacer el camino en 3 días.
What's the piece of equipment that is the most important for you?
El agua. El agua es lo más importante porque hay muy pocos puntos para beber. Sí, sí.
Sí,
How
aquí,
much do you have? Both of you?
yo creo que cada uno unos 2 litros aproximadamente, 2 litros y
2
algo.
litros.
How was the first day?
Bien, ¿no? Nos está gustando mucho.
Mucho. Sí, de momento muy bien.
Creo que va a ser un contraste bonito entre el sur y el norte, ¿no? Empezar ahí en una zona un poco más seca de barrancos y luego esperamos encontrar algo más, bueno, diferente.
Small, little, abandoned.
What's it called? Dorian Gray?
You can throw out your banana, lady.
Usted está aquí means we have arrived. Our stop is actually 2 more fingers from here, which would give us, if you can see, another little step, maybe another 1 hour of walking because it's uphill. If we started in the Faro de Maspalomas and then we get to Maspalomas, all of this through this land until here, we could get a coffee, we could get a shopping, although everything is closed.
Ay, amor, no te preocupes, que yo siempre de quererte, de amarte y admirarte. Ay, amor, no te preocupes, lo que siento yo por vos es cada vez más fuerte.
I'm gonna jump.
Can't see my face.
Wait, this one and then
So we're just in the middle of the barranco. In Spanish you call it barranco,
A ravine.
a ravine. And what's inside of obviously a swimming pool.
Yeah, we arrived, we were sweating because it was hot. And we just went for a swim. The water was freezing cold,
True story.
but we loved it.
Look at this sunset, mamma
Yeah,
mia.
yeah.
Anyways,
Speechless.
you want to see the room? And go.
Okay.
Oh
This
yeah.
is the room for today.
Oh, this
The
is
light is really.
that's a chill out ride, right? So there's the first place where
So this sofa is like can be converted into a bed. This is where Sean and Lainey are gonna sleep. This is our room.
it's not like yeah, that's our room.
What were you saying?
No. Like why we have this room, not the sofa?
Because yesterday we did the other way around. They slept on the bed and we slept on the sofa. So today we're doing this.
You show
it's
us?
not like we send them to the sofa.
Show us the bathroom.
This is the bathroom
Oh,
and in the deodorant.
Nice
Good
little
enough.
shower.
Perfect,
Okay.
perfect. We don't have food, so we cannot cook today.
Kitchen.
Yeah. So we have the kitchen, but we cannot cook because we don't have food. We didn't carry it with us.
We could feel the presence of the past. We could hear the voices of silence. And somewhere between the steps and the stillness, we laughed, we sang, and we realized how lucky we were with our companions. Let's see if it stays that way.